EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Foxborough. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brissett. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
From the 41, Brissett. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Rolling to his right. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll look to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. but I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. But another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in play?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett will set up the screen to Taylor. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 19. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken at the goal line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!